Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome back if you are a regular. Today we're diving into a game that's got everyone talking, mostly within the FPS community, but it's called Splitgate 2. It's an upcoming arena shooter and it's set to build on the foundation laid by its predecessor, and it's generating some pretty good buzz. So is Splitgate 2 going to be the next big arena shooter or the next big thing in the FPS genre? Let's break it all down. For those unfamiliar, Splitgate 2 is a sequel to the original Splitgate, a game that took the FPS community by storm with its unique blend of classic arena shooter mechanics and innovative Portal gameplay. Imagine like the tight, competitive action of Halo, but with the added twist of being able to create portals anywhere on the map, allowing for some seriously creative plays. And Splitgate 2 is looking to expand on that formula with new features, addition of factions, and a revamped gameplay experience. And so one of the biggest new additions to Splitgate 2 is the introduction of 3 distinct factions: Eros, Meridian, and Sabrask. And these factions serve as the game's classes, or the hero shooter aspect, and they each bring unique strengths and abilities to the battlefield. So let's break each one down real quick for you guys. First, Eros is all about speed and agility. If you're someone who loves outmaneuvering your opponents, using portals to zip around a map, going just super fast like Sonic the Hedgehog, and being in the right place at the right time, Eros is for you.
And voila, let's go! Oh, the range.
Meridian is your support and utility faction. They offer healing, they offer a time zone where you go faster and the enemy goes slower, and they also have wall hacks. They can scan enemies, and they're going to be really crucial for team play and strategic dominance. And they bring a lot of versatility to the table, much like support roles in other hero shooters.
Oh no. Well, I got 2 of them, but... And you also have a jetpack, if I didn't mention that.
And then finally, we have Sabrask. They're the tanks, the heavy hitters. These guys can soak up damage and deliver powerful attacks, making them perfect for holding on key positions and leading the charge with their shield ability.
One of the cool things is, if I press Q, there's the barrier. Oh, I fell. So, yeah, let's use portals to get back up here. Pick this up just so nobody else can use it. Oh. Bye-bye.
But what really sets Splitgate 2 apart from other shooters is the portal mechanic. This isn't just a gimmick. Portals fundamentally change how you approach every encounter. Whether you're setting up an ambush, escaping danger, or simply getting across the map faster, portals add a layer of tactical depth that we haven't really seen in any other game. It's like combining a strategic map control of Halo with the mind-bending possibilities of Portal. It's kind of crazy. You can set up your own sight lines if you want to. And so now, let's talk about what Splitgate 2 gets right. First off, the gameplay is incredibly fun and fast-paced, and the combination of classic arena shooter mechanics with power weapons that you pick up, and with the innovative portal system, makes it for a fresh and exciting experience. And the game feels familiar, yet new, which is a tricky balance to strike. And another big plus is how well Splitgate 2 runs on my system. I think their optimization is really well done. And so far the consensus I've seen online is that the game is pretty well optimized. And the devs have made sure that the game performs smoothly even on mid-range PCs, and hopefully more players can enjoy the action without worrying about hardware limitations. It's accessible, and that's something the community is going to appreciate. And one of the other things that the community will appreciate is the fact that, the game is free to play, I think. I hope they're going to launch free to play. Is there any news about that? Let me know in the comments below. So that's another pro. But because this is an alpha, I do have some negativity. So I have some feedback to talk about. So the longevity of the game and the progression are some of the primary concerns that I have for the future of this game. And so one of the big issues that plagued the original Splitgate was player retention. The game saw a massive spike in popularity, but it quickly fell off. And there's a risk that Splitgate 2 could face the same problem. The devs have introduced new abilities and reworked the sandbox to keep things fresh, but the challenge remains. Can they keep players engaged long term? Also, one of the other things that I kind of want to mention is the fact that competitive kills games sometimes, especially when the casual audience can't enjoy the game anymore. It's a really, really tricky thing to balance, and I think the portals, they make for really good gameplay, but it's also a double-edged sword, because if you're really good at portals, you can destroy entire lobbies with insane positioning. And so the casual player base who, they're going to get wrecked. They're going to get absolutely shredded. So it's kind of interesting. I want to see how they're going to balance that overall. Maybe I think putting a cooldown on the portals might be the way to go. But what do you think? Because right now there's currently drama happening within Splitgate 2 over on Twitter or X or whatever, where there's a competitive player who just portals everywhere, dominating the entire map and just destroying players. And the casual player base, which is the majority of the player base, mind you, they saw that and they were really, really concerned and scared. And if you're a new player and you see that, you're going to be very scared to even try to start playing the game. So it's a really difficult thing to balance, I think. And I hope that, 1047 can really, really hone their balancing. We shall see on the full launch. But, there's also a matter of the game's progression system. A solid progression system is crucial for keeping players hooked, but we won't know how well it works until we get more hands-on time with the full game. Will it be rewarding enough, or will it feel grindy and repetitive? That is a big question mark that we don't have an answer to right now. I hope that they don't do just we have a battle pass and then finish, because that's overdone. I hope they come up with a unique or original progression system, but we shall see on full launch. Another potential issue is map balance. With the introduction of, distinct factions and their unique abilities, it's going to be a little bit more tricky to, make a map that can fit different playstyles. But also the maps that we played in the playtest, there weren't really that many places to put those portals. So, this is something 1047 Games needs to be very careful about. And finally, let's talk about cosmetics. While everyone loves customization, Eros, Meridian, and Sabras, they have a very unique identity. There's a concern that too many cosmetic options could dilute the identity of each faction. If players start looking too similar across factions, or they look widely different from their original concoction, it could distract from the game's strategic clarity and, the overall aesthetic. It is something to watch as the game evolves post-launch, and we will find out how that goes. And finally, the abilities. When I first saw the trailer, the shift towards a hero shooter model was a bit concerning. Of course, the devs and a lot of the people in the community say, oh, it's not a hero shooter, it's a class-based shooter. A class-based shooter is a hero shooter, in my opinion. It seems like, Splitgate 2 was moving away from what made the originals, unique. And they tried to blend it in with Overwatch mechanics. And, the abilities can feel a bit gimmicky, especially when you consider how powerful the portal system already is. And in many cases, the portals make these abilities almost redundant, so it's something that I feel, why did they put them in the first place? And that is something that the devs will need to address if they want this aspect of the game to succeed. And so where does that leave us? Splitgate 2 has all the potential to be the next big arena shooter. It's fun, it's fast-paced, and it introduces some really innovative mechanics with portals and factions. But there are also significant challenges ahead. Balancing the new abilities, keeping players engaged long-term, and ensuring that the game's unique identity doesn't get lost in the sea of cosmetics and the sweats and the esports players. The devs have shown they're open to feedback, which is a good sign, but only time will tell if Splitgate 2 can overcome these hurdles and truly stand out in the crowded FPS market. But anyway, for me, that is enough rambling. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, please. And what do you think about Splitgate 2? Are you excited, or do you have concerns? Let me know in the comments below. Check out my merch as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.